Hi, it's me, Terry Patterson, Chief Nutrition Officer of the 10 Weeks to Wow Nutrition, Weight Loss, and Personal Training Program. Hopefully everybody is having a great Tuesday, and I'd like to start this off with wishing the love of my life, Rob Truman, a very happy birthday. You made it to 55, babe, and you have 1 year to retire. No pressure. Anyways, I wanted to talk to you guys today about vitamins, and namely vitamin D. And I wonder how many of you actually get your vitamin D level tested. Probably not a lot of you, and probably not a lot of you actually even take a supplement. But again, this morning I was listening to a podcast from one of my favorite doctors, Dr. Greger. He wrote the book, How Not to Die. Great book. He's got a great cookbook too, How Not to Die. And I think he has a new book coming out called How Not to Diet. And I'd like to stress that about my program. My program is not a diet. My program is a lifestyle change where I teach you how to eat properly forever. If there's a start date and an end date, things are going to go sour after that end date. So again, it's better just to learn how to eat properly forever. And honestly, it's not really that complicated, but it's going to take effort, and it's going to take a lot of effort. I have to meal prep all the time, and I know I'm always stressing that, but it does take considerable amount of effort to always have healthy food available for you. Sorry, I'm getting a bath from my little dog, Chloe. 2 pounds. This girl's 2 pounds, but I'm telling you, she beats the shit out of my big dog all the time. So size isn't really relevant here at all. Anyways, vitamin D. So Dr. Greger was talking about vitamin D and the importance of vitamin D this morning. And I thought, you know what? It's a good time to remind you all that you need a vitamin D supplement. And from October till May, we get 0 vitamin D in this country. And even when we do have vitamin D available to us, most of the time people are at work. So they don't even get that opportunity, that 10 minutes that we need to have our face and our arms exposed so our body can produce that vitamin D. But again, in listening to the podcast today, the incidences of breast cancer alone, and women that actually died from this disease, and when they do tests at the end of their life, they're deficient in vitamin D. This is like a cheap little nutrient that you can buy. I buy mine at Costco, and I take 4,000 international units a day. So I take 4 of those pills, and that is based on my blood work. So the healthy range is from 75 milli, whatever the heck they measure it in, to 200. And by me taking 4,000 international units a day, I have only been able to get my number up to 100. So yes, I'm in the healthy range, but it could be a little bit higher. So it's worth your while to go and get this $35 blood test done and see where you're at. Because again, everything that I read, everything that I study, everything that I listen to, and I do listen to podcasts every morning while I'm getting ready. Again, so I can share with you the latest and greatest findings of science. So vitamin D, check that one off. You definitely need that. And if you are going more towards a plant-based eating style, then you're probably going to need a B12 supplement as well. So I just take a whole B complex. That way I'm getting all of the Bs. And again, get your blood work done. And after you've had your blood work done, ask for a copy of the results. Like, it's you. You're allowed to know about you, not just the doctor. Okay, so B12 and vitamin D for the save. And I actually just got off the phone with potentially a new client, and she told me that she'd been going to a naturopathic doctor, and that doctor gave her this vitamin and that vitamin and this vitamin, that vitamin. I'm like, wait a second. I go, did they test your blood? Well, no. Well, no, they didn't test your blood and they just arbitrarily gave you a handful of vitamins to take and you believed them? No, don't believe them. Get your blood work. Ask them to show you where you're deficient. Don't just willy-nilly go out and buy supplements. again, she also talked to me about she believed that she might be protein deficient. And I said, girlfriend, like no one's ever died in this country from a protein deficiency. Ever. Ever. There's protein in every single thing that you eat. And for myself, what I need in a day is about 46 grams. So not a whole lot, not hundreds of grams like people may think. And really what's leading to most diseases is the high abundance of protein, because most people get their protein from animal sources. The other podcast I listened to as well, and sorry, I just got to grab a drink because I talk too much. The other podcast I was listening to this morning, again by Dr. Greger, was the fatty streaks that they found in children, unfortunately, who had passed away early. But at 10 years old, they already had streaks of fat in their arteries at 10. So this is actually happening years before this even. And what the number one culprit is cholesterol. Where do we get cholesterol? Well, yes, our body produces cholesterol, but the majority of the cholesterol that people are getting, again, comes from animals. So let's just recap that. You don't need as much protein as you've been told. You need fiber. Again, no steak has ever kicked the shit out of cancer. So don't be fooled, right? You don't need this abundance of protein. You need fiber. And I'm only telling you this because all I ever do is study the science of nutrition every single day. Every morning when I'm getting ready, I listen to one podcast after the other, after the other, after the other to keep me at the forefront of the science of nutrition. Okay, gotta take a deep breath. That's a lot of information. So please go get your vitamin D level checked. See if you need some B12. Don't just willy-nilly take supplements. And vitamin C, like that's another one. That's a water-soluble vitamin. So that means you should be putting that vitamin in your body all day long. So you need to be filling your bodies up with foods that are rich in vitamin C all day long. Okay. We certainly don't want to be raising our children to have fatty streaks in their arteries already at 10. Like what chance does this person have growing up, right? Pre-diabetes, like that's on the rise. And, you know, when you're pre-diabetic, it's like you have one more chance to turn things around. I mean, people will tell me, oh, well, I take blood pressure medication. I take cholesterol lowering drugs. I take insulin. I take metformin. You're taking these drugs so you don't die. Does that not impact you at all? Like you literally are taking medications so you stay alive. Well, that's wrong. You need to get off these medications because remember, there's side effects with all medications. And usually they're damaging some other organ. So if you are taking any sort of drugs like that, let's get to the root of the cause on why you need those drugs. And remember, tell yourself, I'm only alive because of these drugs. I may want to make some changes to improve my health. It's so frustrating for me. Like, I just have this great will to live. And I literally am trying to do everything humanly possible to ensure that. It doesn't mean that I'm not having fun, because I have like tons of fun in my life. I just incorporate good food and tons of exercise into that. So if you need some help, please reach out to me. 10weekstowow.com. 1-855-WOW-8124. Call me. Let's change your life forever. Let's get you feeling the best that you have ever felt. Because again, when somebody says, I didn't know how bad I felt till I started feeling good, to me, that is the most profound statement because you should be feeling good all of the time. Okay, guys, that's it for today. Another special thanks to my sister-in-law, Donna Santos. She sent me a really nice message this morning, and she said, keep doing your videos, Terry. People are listening. Thank you, Donna. You are my soul sister till the bitter end. I love you so much. You are such an incredible woman, and I'm so happy to have you as my sister-in-law. Anyways, thanks for the really nice message this morning, Donna. I love you madly. Everybody have a great day.